Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel, or welcome if you're new here. Today I'm just going to do a really quick little unboxing and review of these two new Bratz dolls that I got. I know I'm a bit late to the party with these ones because they came out quite a while ago, but I was recently able to find them for a fairly good price on Amazon, and since they've been on my wish list for a while, I decided to pick them up. So the dolls I'm going to be unboxing today are Bratz Going Out Yasmin and Bratz Fashion Pixiez Jade. So without further ado, I'm going to turn the camera around and unbox these dolls. I know both of these dolls came out kind of a while ago, but I figured there might still be people looking for an unboxing and review of these, so I figured I'd just unbox them with you guys on camera. So here's Going Out Yasmin, and she is part of the Going Out series. I already have Chloe from this series, and I really like her. She was on the first Bratz dolls that I ever got. And she comes in this fairly standard Bratz packaging, has a picture of the doll on the back and a little description of the things that she likes to do when she goes out, eating frozen yogurt, and it just says that she enjoys thrifting for outfits. And then there's a little picture of her on the back of the box. So I'm just going to cut off this sellotape that's holding her into the box, and then I'll take her out and have a closer look. Here she is outside of the outer packaging. The doll and the accessories are held in place with some little tea ties and elastic bands, so I'm just going to cut those off and take her out. So here's the doll out of the packaging. I have to warn you that it took me almost 10 minutes to cut her out of the box. She was attached with so many little tea ties and elastics, and her hair was held down in about 4 different places. So it is a little bit difficult getting her out of the box to begin with. And her clothes are actually individually attached to the body with tiny plastic tea ties as well. So the jacket was attached to the corset, and I believe the corset is also attached to the dress. So just a warning for anyone who's buying her that you have to be really, really careful and use really small scissors to get her out of her box and off her clothes. So yeah, first of all, I love her makeup. She's wearing a purple eyeshadow and it goes really well with her brown eyes, and like an ombre red lip as well, where she's wearing a darker lip liner and then has a lighter color in the center. Her hair is loose and it's really, really soft, although it has some product in it at the ends that makes it kind of bunch up like this, so I will probably wash her after I finish this unboxing. And it's also parted in the center a little bit, as if she was supposed to be wearing it into pigtails, but it's actually not, it's just loose. So she's wearing a really cute little fur trimmed bomber jacket thing over a dress with a bubble hem skirt and a corset top over it, as well as a necklace made up of little pearls, which is removable. And her shoes are purple with pearl trim. Let me just remove the jacket so we can take a closer look at her outfit. So the dress seems to have a little loose ribbon at the top here, but I can cut that off. And she has an elastic band around her neck where the necklace was tied on. The dress itself has little puff sleeves to match the bubble hemline, and the corset top is removable. And it has a tiny line drawing of a Bratz doll type woman standing in a shell, so it's supposed to look a little bit like Botticelli's Venus. And it's done in like a line drawn style that looks a bit like Toile de Joy or an old engraving. The design itself is teal blue on the cream background, and the corset has stitching in gold. So all in all, it's a really cute, delicate piece. The dress itself has 2 ruffled organza ribbons running down the sides of it, which you don't really notice unless you take off the corset piece. And it fastens at the back with some Velcro going all the way down. The doll herself is articulated like all the newer Bratz dolls are, with a head that can tilt and roll from side to side. Articulation at the arms, the upper arms, elbows and wrists, and hip articulation so that her legs can go back and forwards, and her feet with the shoes on them can twist around like this. And the backs of the shoes have a really interesting curved heel design. So apart from the outfit, the doll did come with a few accessories. Like I mentioned already, she has this necklace. And she also came with a little bag that has a faux leather strap and a corset detail with a bow on the front. And the bag is also hinged in the middle so it can open. And as well as that, she came with a pair of sunglasses to complete her going out look, and a hairbrush for the hair. In total, I think I paid around 21 or 22 euros for this doll, which I think is a fair price for the amount of pieces included. And I really like her outfit, even though I think in a few years it's going to look kind of dated, as bubble skirts are already going out of fashion as far as I can tell. But on a doll, I think it's a really cute look, especially combined with the cute corset piece, which is also going to be really useful in restyles. As well as this gorgeous jacket, it has this really detailed fur trim around the edges. And it's overall just constructed really well, as Bratz doll clothes usually are. Here she is together with Going Out Chloe from the same line. I feel like they complement each other really well, and that they've captured the fashions of this era in time really nicely in these dolls. And I feel like since they're both wearing pastels, they're going to look really nice next to each other on the shelf. So that was Bratz Going Out Yasmin. Next, I'm going to open Bratz Fashion Pixiez Jade. So I was really excited about this line as soon as I saw it was coming out. I thought it was a really creative idea. And I really like the way they made these like slightly out there, strange looking outfits look cohesive together. She comes in this typical triangular shaped Bratz packaging, which is smaller at the bottom than it is at the top. And it's decorated up here with these bubble patterns in pink. But since I don't keep my dolls in box, I'm going to take her out and have a closer look. So here's the doll out of the packaging, and like the previous one, she was also attached in with a lot of different little pieces of elastic and tea ties and stuff, so just keep that in mind if you're going to buy one of these for yourself. They are a bit tricky to get out of the packaging. And now that I have her out of the box, you can see a lot better how detailed the makeup is. She's wearing red eyeliner and a really pale red or pink eyeshadow, and it really complements her green eyes. And she's also wearing a matte red lip with a darker lip liner that also complements the rest of the makeup. Her hair is really soft and it's jet black, and it's done in kind of a half up, half down hairstyle with a little twist around the ponytail at the back here. And like I say, it's really soft and completely straight. So part of the gimmick with these dolls is that the pixie wings, which are attached with a little clip around the doll's waist, can actually come off and be worn as a ring. So you just pull them off of the waist clip that was attached to the doll, and then you attach them to this plastic piece, and then you can just slip it onto your finger and it acts as a ring. But since I don't think I'll be wearing this at my next date night, I'm going to take this off and put it back on the doll. So the doll herself is wearing kind of an Asian or Chinese inspired top, which is made out of this silky fabric and is done up in tiny little slightly magenta coloured bows on either side, and has a cherry blossom flower with a little bead in the center, and these beautiful organza sleeves. And the top is a crop top, and it is trimmed at the bottom with the same organza fabric. And she's wearing these bow-shaped earrings in a matching shade of pink. And to go with it, she's wearing these little gathered bloomers in a lime green satiny fabric. And these come with an integrated pink belt that is attached at the back, but pulled through these little belt loops to make it look more realistic. And to go with it, she has a pair of pink pumps with a kitten heel and a heart cutout, and little crisscross ties that go around her ankles. And the shoes themselves have kind of a knot motif on the top that looks a little bit like the pattern in her earrings. And it says on the box that the girls in this line were supposed to be wearing fairy tale inspired fashions, which I think describes what they're wearing really well, because it manages to be both princessy and modern at the same time. And to match the outfit, she came packaged with this little orchid-shaped bag with a gold handle and a matching gold fringe at the bottom. This doesn't actually open like some of the other Bratz bags, but it's a really detailed piece nonetheless, and I think it goes really nicely with this outfit. Overall, I think they did a really good job with this line. It was inspired by the Bratz Fashion Pixies that came out in the early 2000s, but I think the outfits they made for these were a lot more detailed and more creative. Whereas the original Fashion Pixies, although they were really cute, all of the outfits did kind of look the same. So in this new iteration of the Fashion Pixies line, I especially like the outfits they gave to Jade, which is why I bought her first. And I'm also hoping to find Sasha. I just feel like their colour combinations and outfit pieces went together best. But I really liked all of this line, and if I found them on sale, I would definitely try to collect all of them. And these dolls came with the usual articulation that you get on the modern Bratz dolls. So, like Yasmin from the previous line, she also comes with a head that can tilt and turn around, shoulder articulation, wrist articulation, as well as articulation at the elbow and the upper arm. And like Yasmin, she can also move her legs back and forth, and you can twist her shoes out to the sides to make some really fun poses. So all in all, I think she's a really fun doll. Really creative, and I love the makeup, the outfit, and especially this top. And I'm really hoping to get some more of the fashion pixies. Let me know in the comment section down below if you have any of these, and if so, which one is your favourite. I really hope you guys enjoyed this quick unboxing and review of some of the newer Bratz dolls. Let me know in the comments down below if these are on your wish list, or if you already have them, what did you think? Do you guys prefer the newer fashion pixies, or do you prefer the older ones? And I will see you in my next video, which is probably going to be about quick DIYs that you can make for doll dioramas. So if you like doll and miniatures related content, then stick around, and until then, have a great morning, evening or afternoon wherever you are, and I will see you next time. Bye guys!